Hey folks, thanks for joining me once again. It is Sound Guy Barry. I'm a sound engineer out of the Minneapolis, St. Paul area. And today I'd like to give you a tech tip if you're using the Behringer X32 family of mixers. And this is a tip about how to manage your band break music. Now, most bands will have a music player, like a phone or a MP3 player, with a cable going into the board playing their break music. And that's fine, but the downside is that if you're running the board wirelessly and you're walking around the venue with an iPad, or maybe you're sitting at a back table with a wireless connection on a computer mixing the band, you don't have control over the music playback. I mean, you've got control over the volume for sure, but you can't change what song is playing or start and stop the music. And so I was thinking about ways I could remotely control the music player, and then it occurred to me that instead of doing that, I could just put the music onto a USB thumb drive, plug the thumb drive directly into the X32's USB port, and then use the X32's recorder application to play the break music. And that works really great, except that the music that you put onto the thumb drive has to be in exactly the right format for the X32 to play it. The X32 can't do any kind of media conversion inside of it, so you can't just copy your MP3 files to the memory stick and be good. You need to put WAV files onto the memory stick, which are uncompressed PCM audio, and those WAV files have to be in the same sample rate that the X32 is set to, and they can't have any metadata on them. Some WAV files have a few blocks of data at the very beginning, which contain things like the artist name, the song title, and so forth. And the X32 can't interpret that. It has to be just the pure music WAV file. So we need to find a utility that will convert our MP3 files to this WAV file format that is good for the X32. And there's some software out there that will do that, such as Audacity can do it if you use the appropriate output file options. But the utility that I find easiest, that works great, is FFmpeg. FFmpeg has been around forever. It's a great media conversion utility, and it's free to use. So you can go to Google and chase down a copy of FFmpeg, FFmpeg, and there's versions of that available for either PC or Mac, and it's a command line utility. So install that guy on your computer, then copy your MP3 files that you want to play during your break music into a folder, and issue the following command, which I will put down here. Just do ffmpeg space -i space your input file name. This is the name of the MP3 file that you want to convert. If your file name has spaces within its name, put the whole thing inside of quotes. Then do -ar space, and then put in the sample rate that your X32 is running at, which by default is 48,000. Then a space, then put in the name of the output file that you want to generate, which is probably going to be the same name as your input file, same song name. And then follow that by .wav rather than MP3. So it'd be like music.mp3 goes in, music.wav comes out. Now, another tip is that you can't use playlists when playing back music through the X32. So it's going to play these songs in alphabetical order according to their file name or their title. So what I would suggest is you put a number in front of each song. For example, it would be like the first song I want to play back would be 00-songname.wav. And then the next one would be 01- and its name, and then 02. So when they're listed out, they come out in numerical order. Now, like I mentioned, we have to make sure that the sample rate is correct. And so if you look at the screen of your X32, at the top of the screen, it'll say 48K or 44.1K. And you can change the sample rate that the machine runs at under settings if you want to. 48K is the standard sample rate that is used for video production, and 44.1 is the standard sample rate that's used for CDs or MP3s. And the X32 will run perfectly fine at either sample rate. It could be argued that 48K is slightly higher fidelity, But whatever your X32 is set to, and 48K is the default, that's the same speed that you'll need to generate your output files with. Otherwise they won't play back correctly. They'll be out of time and not good. So once you convert your files into these new format WAV files, just copy them to your memory stick, shove your memory stick into the X32, and then from the recorder app, or the recorder page of the X32 remote control app, you should be able to see the songs that are listed and start and stop the playback, and to control the volume level that'll appear in your auxiliary channels 7 and 8. And you can control your break music remotely with the Behringer app. If you use the Behringer app for the PC, you can see the list of upcoming songs. If you do it on the iPad version, you can just see what song is currently playing and step forward and back. But either way, you can select the song, you can start and stop, and have better control over the bumper music during your show. So I hope that's a helpful tip for you. If you'd like to give us your thoughts or comments, feel free to put them down below. If you'd like to subscribe, I would be honored. And if you hit the notification bell, YouTube just might inform you of upcoming videos that I kick out. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you sticking around, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.